watching a lot of good anime lately. I need something to unleash my disdain on. But I can't just start with a third Tenchi OVA, Witch Hunter Robin or Rumbling Hearts. No, I need to ease myself into that pool of molten crap. I need to wade in the shallow end, and I have just the title to do that with. Grappler Baki is a mercifully short OVA from 1994, based on the first few volumes of Keisuke Itagaki's original manga. It's a pretty simple story. Baki Hama is a really strong fighter who competes in martial arts tournaments in hopes of being the very best, like no one ever was. And that's pretty much it, at least in this OVA. Yeah, it's that sparse. Baki fights in tournaments to test his skills and learn new ones. The entire OVA is 45 minutes long and basically consists of him fighting two guys while some other guy gets introduced to the underground fighting racket. We begin in a public tournament where our hero has been bulldozing his way through the competition, the Shinshinkai Karate Group, whose coach, I guess, is pissed about them all losing to a newcomer. But the biggest and baddest student in the group, Suedo, is not impressed with the instructor or the other students, and plans to succeed where the others failed. In the challengers room, Baki's putting more bananas in him than Tara Reid, and for some reason performing a science experiment on a Coke bottle.
Finals right after that. Coke without the fizz? I see. It probably gives him more energy like that.
The director of the Shinshinkai school, Doppo Orochi, puts on a special exposition for the audience that makes Mr. Satan seem like less of a showman.
Legendary director of the Shinshinkai, Doppo Orochi, has entered the arena. It has been said that he's killed a tiger with his bare hands. The living legend, Doppo Orochi. He's standing in front of the thick cement pipe. What? He's going into the pipe.
Baki takes on Suedo in the next match, knocking him out of the ring pretty quickly and dislocating his shoulder. But apparently this isn't Budokai rules, because the match isn't over and Suedo pops his shoulder back into place. The match resumes with Suedo and Baki evenly matched, but then Baki removes his shirt, and shit gets real, son. Suedo breaks his freaking hand on Baki's face, and then Baki rains blow after blow on the guy and finishes him off with a kick to the face. Doppo's pretty happy about all his guys getting their ass kicked, but I guess he's just pleased to see an up-and-comer with promise. Baki runs into another fighter, Seijo Kato, one of Suedo's classmates, who for some reason wasn't competing in the tournament and just came by to be an asshole. I seriously don't get what the point of this was, but he does sort of become a perspective character in a little bit.
You have to aim for the throat and below the belt if you want to make it in karate. That child's play of yours won all the matches, but that doesn't prove you're strong.
Oh, really? Ah, well, what a shame. It might have been fun.
Baki goes back home, where he lives with, these two. They don't really explain who they are. Is he related to them? Is the girl his girlfriend, and that's her mother? Nobody explains anything. I guess you have to read the manga. Seicho is taken by Doppo to the Tokyo Dome, where they meet with Doppo's old master, this little annoying cross between Kuririn and Kamisen. They all take an elevator down below to a secret underground area. There's an arena there where apparently there's some kind of illegal kumite-style competitions, like blood sport. The only rules? There are no rules.
Is that it? It's over?
Kuzumi's been put out of commission, so to speak.
Apparently Baki's been competing in these fights too, and is actually a reigning champion. But on this night, he has the misfortune of fighting... Oh God. Oh please! This is Kosho Shinogi. He's the cord cutter. He rips out your nerves with his bare hands. And I cringe just describing that because it is actually as disturbing as you might imagine, and yes, you get to see it.
How's that? Can you feel it? I just pulled out your optical nerves. You're a very hot-headed and irrational man, so I'm going to have to rip them out. Like this!
That's gotta hurt!
His fight with Baki is brutal and bloody, with Shinogi disabling both one of Baki's arms and an eye, though I don't think there are optical nerves in the neck.
He did it again!
I can't see out of my right eye.
But dude just ties his arm nerve back together like he was fixing a damn jump rope! Baki lets Shinogi get right up close for a finishing blow, but instead retaliates, getting him into a hold. Shinogi demands that Baki break his arm and finish the fight, but instead Baki just knocks him out. Later, both Baki and Shinogi are fixed up in the medical wing, and after talking, there's no hard feelings between them. The end. Yeah, the end. That's it. That's the whole thing. Saicho was a completely pointless character who did nothing, and we just see Baki fight two guys and the OVA ends. Essentially, this was just a promotion for the manga, as some short OVAs were in the 80s and 90s, like Battle Angel Alita, so you really can't have expected much from this show. It's extremely simplistic and has almost zero plot. The fights use a lot of speed lines, and I find the general character design off-putting. So yeah, not very good. Kind of a waste of time, but not a waste of much time. At 45 minutes, it's short and kind of a rite of passage. It's not half as bad as some other anime I plan to get to, but those will have to wait, because next episode I want to talk about a doctor that would have fixed Baki up real well. If you have a problem, if no one else could help, and you can find him, maybe you can hire Blackjack. See you then.
Shack away.